body. Everyone's got too much to say. I always feel like I'm nobody who wants to fit in anyway. 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. And you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. 'Cause I don't care, as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. And you're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. Trying to talk but we can hear ourselves. Reach your lips around the kiss my back. With all these people all around, I'm crippled with anxiety. But I'm told it's where I'm supposed to be. You know what? It's kinda crazy 'cause I really don't mind. And you make it better like that. Don't think we fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say.
And welcome back to Vanessa's podcast. Thanks everybody for listening. It's just so great to have new listeners. And if you want to listen to my secret episode, my personal episode, you have to become a Patreon. So you go on patreon.com and you'll see, and it's called, the podcast is called I Am My Own Best Friend, and only a few episodes on there. But as soon as I get more requests, then I will add a few more episodes. So this is just a way for me to get a tiny little bit of income apart from the company. So today I have another offer. Her name is Mary.K.Savarese, and she's going to be with us shortly. But before that, let's listen to some more music.
I'm going under, and this time I fear there's no one to save me. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I just kinda like the waiting, I'm not a pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled around. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. And I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe and sound till I come back around. But now the day leads into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled around. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled around. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. Beautiful 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was with the heartbreak changed me, maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary, I'm not where you lay off me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me.
Alright, I hope you enjoy this little moment of peace. Just enjoying the music sometimes, it's just very refreshing. So let's give a call right now.
Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me.
Alright, so she's gonna tell us about her book, Tigers Love Bubble, Baths and Obsession. Perfume. In just a few seconds. All right.
Vanessa?
Hey, Mary, how are you?
Hello?
Yes, thank you for being on the show. It's so great to have you. I see that you have a beautiful book that you wrote, Tigers Love Bubble, Bath, and Obsession Perfume.
Yes.
So
it's wonderful to be here with you.
Thank you. And you know what? I love to have new authors. I have authors of all genres. People who are just new, who just wrote their first book, and people who already have tons of experience and really know the world of, selling books and writing books. So I'm going to ask you a few questions today so people get to know you a little bit more. So first question, tell me more about yourself and your hobbies and when you first became a writer.
Thank you. Terrific question, Vanessa. I have, writing is a hobby that I have thought about my whole life, but always put it on the back burner between work, raising a family, and finally, over 10 years ago, I just said, I am going to start writing. And writing manuscripts and having all these ideas, it was just one rejection after another. And my genre, young adult, and the book that was actually published, my first publication, is a mystery romance with a spiritual twist. And I love to begin with a quirky title. As you can tell, that's the title of Tigers Love Bubble Baths and Obsession Perfume.
Yeah, so tell me how you came up with that.
I would love to.
All right.
A couple years ago, with a girlfriend, I was visiting a reserve in St. Augustine, Florida, that catered to old big cats, tigers, lions, jaguars. And this was a tour by invitation. And the last part of the tour, I came to a galvanized tank overflowing with bubbles. And there were about a dozen people. We stood around and we had no idea what was going to happen. And within several minutes, this beautiful creature, a 600-pound tiger, came across a plank and looked as though he was taking off a robe, jumps into the tank with the bubbles, and looks like he's waiting for a cocktail.
Oh, wow.
And this is all true. And sure enough, the wildlife handler sprays Obsession Perfume on his tongue, and he laps it up like a cocktail. And I stood there, Vanessa, with my mouth open. My eyes were glued to him wide, and I went, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's one of those things you're like, oh my God, did I just witness that? That is weird.
Wow. I said, that is the title of my next manuscript. And I took the title and I combined several ideas. And the ideas that I combined into my mystery were basically a middle-aged woman, divorced, who's tossed aside like an old shoe. And in the spirit of serendipity, she starts over again. And with wishes and hope and renewal, she's ready to take a chance. And she's brought to this town in Maine called Birdsong, Maine. And unfortunately, what happens is she's brought into this intrigue of all these murders, and her life, where she thinks it's a whole renewal,
is actually she's tossed aside again because of all of this. And the tiger's title is really a metaphor of this as well, because these tigers and other big cats were also tossed aside. They came to this reserve from old TV shows, movies, circuses, and people that actually bought them as pets until they call up and say, come get this tiger, it's going to bite my head off.
Oh, I see. Weird, yeah. So yeah, keep going. Listening.
That's the story of Tigers Love Bubble Baths and Obsession Perfume, how that came together.
Right. So, in 5 words, can you describe your book to the readers?
Yes. I can just say, if you want to be inspired and to have hope come to you, if you've ever been tossed aside like an old shoe, you've lost everything, and you wish for a change, take a chance. With serendipity wishes and a hand of divine intervention, you'll be introduced to light, freedom, and love again. And with a little bit of intrigue, actually a lot of intrigue, I'm going to take you on a journey.
Wonderful message, yeah. I'm sure that can help thousands of people out there. So I would love for you to read a part of your book if you want to.
I would love to. I will read. This is actually an excerpt from my excerpt. Excuse me, it's an excerpt of my climax. So I'll read a page. I'd love to.
Okay.
Eliza shook her head. Lucy loved me like I was her mama. I'd fill her tub with water and bubbles. Tourists loved to watch Lucy jumping in and trying to eat them. One day I discovered she loved this perfume. A woman gave it to me as a gift. If I sprayed the perfume into the air, Lucy would lunge up like it was a rain shower, Eliza laughed. She would lick me on my face as if she was thanking me. Real smart cat that Lucy was. Always looked forward to her bubble baths and the perfume. Eliza, since we're having dinner, would you like to dunk the stuffed tiger into the bubbles in memory of Lucy? Asked Angie. Oh, yes, let me spray some perfume on her first. As Eliza sprayed the stuffed tiger, a noise from the lobby echoed through the dining room. Did you hear that? Angie's stomach churned. Hear what? Eliza asked, concentrating on the stuffed animal. Staring out the window, Eliza saw nothing. The strange noise again echoed through the room. Stay put, I'll be right back. Angie pushed open the double doors and peered out. I keep hearing a strange noise. Eliza held the stuffed tiger over the bubbles and grinned. Walking toward the closed red door, Angie screamed at the same time as Eliza. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. That sounds wonderful. And everybody wants to know more about her book and read her sample. They can go on Amazon and follow her. If they're already on Amazon, she has 21 ratings. So this book's already bringing some interest. Let's see. I'm going to read a short review here. I downloaded this book mostly because of the title. It just sounded funny. Little did I know that it was actually one of the best books that I have read in a very long time. Very sweet story, somewhat sad and bittersweet, but truly a treat for the reader. That's a really good review.
Oh, thank you.
How does it feel like when you get this kind of review?
Oh, my, Vanessa, it lifts my spirit. As an author, it is just amazing because we love our readers so much and we write our stories for them. And to get a wonderful review, it's inspiring to keep going. And, and I have an author website, www.Mary.K.Savarese.com. I'd love for readers to visit as well, and I'd love to engage with them, as well as the Facebook.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that anybody will find you very easily. So there's 248 pages in that book, and it was released last year. So sounds